What's up guys, it's Adel and I'm back with another video. Before you watch this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And make sure you follow me on Instagram too, which will be right over here. I'm still taking down recommendations for vinyl records to unbox, so if you want to see me unbox a specific record from an artist, just comment down below in the comment section, or you could just DM me on Instagram and I'll get back to you. I'm back with another vinyl unboxing video, and this time around I'll be unboxing My Chemical Romance's record, The Black Parade. Now, where do I start with a band like My Chemical Romance? They are from my home state of New Jersey, and they're one of the most well-known and prominent bands that came out of the mid to late 2000s alternative rock, pop punk, emo scene. Just along with all the Fall Out Boys, Paramours, and Panic at the Discos of that era, My Chemical Romance was one of the biggest bands to come from that genre and scene of music. In my opinion, the best way to describe the band My Chemical Romance is that they are the emo queen. And I say that they're the emo queen because the lead singer Gerard Way is one of the most talented vocalists that I've really listened to, and his voice is very similar to Freddie Mercury's. And the band overall is really theatrical and symphonic because the guitars sound a lot like those Brian May shredding and harmonic symphonic guitars that you hear in Queen songs, but just with this whole alternative rock influence on there. And they've made a lot of songs that are considered like anthems in a way, because I know a lot of people my age really still get a lot of nostalgia from listening to My Chemical Romance today, and especially how I was a teenager basically when this band blew up. I would say I was about 12, 13 years old the first time I heard My Chemical Romance, and that whole alternative rock scene really was just blowing up, and I would say around that time were really big formative years in my musical taste and developing that. And My Chemical Romance is one of those bands that really takes me back to those early teenage years of mine. And a matter of fact, My Chemical Romance was the first concert I attended in my whole life. And it was part of the Project Revolution tour in 2007. And that tour was organized by Linkin Park. And My Chemical Romance were one of the bands that were billed on that tour. So I got to see them on my first ever concert. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the album The Black Parade. So The Black Parade is the third album that was released by My Chemical Romance. And the whole album follows this concept story about this one guy, the protagonist, who will be named The Patient. And from what I take from what this whole story is about is that the patient is laying on his deathbed dying of cancer, and then by some kind of luck his life is extended by an additional 2 weeks, and he's basically just going down on this spiral and reflecting on all the things he's done wrong in his life, all the relationships that he's damaged, and also contemplating the people who will miss him once he leaves and dies. And then the patient starts to envision how his life would be if he were to enter heaven or if he were to enter hell. And then he just reminisces on all the people that he'll miss out in life. And then by the end of the album, the patient is very reflective on his life, and he's basically just trying to seek redemption from all the bad things and all the wrongs he's done in his life. So he's just basically accepting his fate, whether he's gonna go to heaven or he's gonna go to hell. Yeah, and re-listening to this album lately, there are a lot of deep layers to the story of this album, basically, that I didn't really catch on at times, but have realized over the years, like, oh, this is what this whole story is talking about when you listen to the album from top to bottom. But it's really fun re-listening to this album lately. But yeah, The Black Parade is one of the most highly influential albums of that scene and that time, really. Like I said, a lot of people my age, they always go back to My Chemical Romance whenever they talk about some of the most influential albums that they listen to, or most impactful albums and artists that they listened to growing up. Black Parade basically has a lot of great hits and great songs on there, even starting from the beginning, such as the song The End, which basically just sets the whole tone of the album, which is very symphonic and triumphant and hard-hitting. Then that song just automatically transitions into the song Dead, which is one of my favorite songs on the album. There are also some other songs that I like on there too, such as the title track, Welcome to the Black Parade. That song is iconic. Anyone puts that song on karaoke, everyone's just singing their brains out, or just played it at like some party. Everyone's going crazy for that. It's just one of those nostalgic anthems. There are a lot of other great songs that I enjoy from this album, such as This Is How I Disappear, Teenagers, Mama, Cancer, I Don't Love You, Famous Last Words, which is the closer track of the album. Even the songs that are more the deep cuts, they're great too, and they just really fit along with the whole narrative and story behind this album. And yeah, I'll say this is a really great album, and for those who have never really listened to My Chemical Romance before, I would say just go ahead and listen to this album. I would say that you probably could try and listening to their previous album, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, as a great introduction, but honestly, The Black Parade could be also a great introduction to this band too, because it just really previews how their sound is like, which is very theatrical, great vocals, great guitars, and all that mixed together. It's just a great alternative rock sounding album. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the record itself. So here is the record for The Black Parade. As you can see here, this edition of the record is an Urban Outfitters exclusive, and it comes in a color that is described as smokey vinyl. Now, Urban Outfitters has pressed all 4 of their albums on vinyl for their own exclusive pressings, and at the time, which I believe was about a year ago, when they released the pressings for Black Parade, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, and Danger Days, I missed out on all of those pressings. They were all sold out by the time that I had the chance to try and get them. And then recently, I want to say about a week ago, I got a notification from a subreddit that I follow about vinyl releases, and I saw the notification that said that Urban Outfitters were re-releasing The Black Parade and Danger Days back on their website. So I automatically got on their website and bought both of those records instantaneously. And the really good thing about ordering from there was that I was able to get both records sent and delivered to my house within 2 days, which is really rare coming from Urban Outfitters. I don't know if any of those pressings are still available on their website, but I really doubt it, especially how these are really sought after records and they just sell out immediately. But I'm really glad that I got my hands on both this and Danger Days. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now is just open this up. I got my scissors right here, so just hold on tight. And as you can see from the artwork of this album, this is basically depicting the Black Parade. I really like how this alternative artwork is used for the vinyl records, and as you can see, as I open it up, you can just see the whole parade out there just marching, and the whole themes and other elements behind the album too. And also you can see from the inside, you have the band right there and the other figures that are part of this whole Black Parade album. The record comes with one sheet right here, which basically has all the songs and the lyrics there, and then on the flip side, you have the credits and a picture of the band right there too. As I stated before, it comes on a smoky vinyl, which is basically just this grayish black with this smoke color effect on there. And this is a really nice looking vinyl right here, just transparent right there with this whole cloudy smoke effect, and comes on 2 LPs and looks really nice. And one last thing I forgot to mention about this record is that on the second record on the D side of the LP, it actually has this etching on that side. And as you can see here, as you see that I brought my ring light out just to show you the etching. It has this logo of MCRX right here, which basically, from what I know, is on the 10th anniversary reissue of the Black Parade. This is the logo that they used with the cross and My Chemical Romance X, standing for the 10th anniversary of the Black Parade. And that's pretty unique too about that etching on that edition of the vinyl, because I actually do have the Black Parade on vinyl on the standard black, and I noticed that the etching on the second LP is different from the one from the Urban Outfitters pressing. So from the standard black one, as you can see right here, the etching on this side, as you can see, I'm not sure if you can really see it as clear, but it's basically the artwork of the cartoon from the album, just the skeleton and the whole Black Parade band and all the images of that. I can't tell. I mean, this looks a little good right here, but yeah, you can see that. So that's pretty cool to see that each pressing has a different etching for the specific edition of those records for the Black Parade. That was basically the record for the Black Parade. So what I'm gonna do now is play a few tracks off of My Chemical Romance's record, The Black Parade. That was The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. I'm going to thank you all for taking the time to watch me unbox and talk about this album. If you love My Chemical Romance, comment down below your favorite albums and your favorite songs by them. If you love The Black Parade, comment below your favorite songs off that album too. And if you've never listened to this band or this album before, I would strongly recommend you do so. And like I stated earlier in the video, I'm still taking recommendations for albums to unbox. So if you want to see me unbox a specific vinyl record, just comment down below or just message me on Instagram. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all, and I'll see you all later.